Hello, this is Bree here. I don't have money for razors right now, so my face is a little fuzzy, so I decided to go with the kitty. Here's my kitty, Yanners. Say hi, Yanners. She loves to dance to music. Doot, 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 doot. She's my little fuzzy princess. She's my sweetheart. I'm going to tell a story about my recent time in jail. And this little fuzzy guy, girl, pronouns are important. Right, kitty. So I'm gonna tell you what happened. I can't talk about the caller that initiated the charges because that's still they're just charges right now, nothing more. And I feel quite confident because the attorney I briefly had said the first charge was cartoonish. So it started there. Anyway, when I got to jail, because I had mental health issues, they put me in the psych section, and I had to wear a padded smock with no pillow and just a crappy pad mattress. And the sink, well, only the hot water worked. So I had to beg them for a paper cup so I could fill it with warm water or hot water. It was hot. Let it cool down. It's not like I had tea bags or anything. That would have been nice. Some sleepy time tea. They didn't give me my blood pressure medication for days. I needed longer still before I got my antidepressant medication. And when you don't take your antidepressant medication, your emotions go wild. And when you're in solitary confinement with the lights on, under false charges, your mind goes to a really dark place. And I kept telling them I should be in the hospital. I didn't get to see the bruises until after I got out. My mom saw them when I took my shirt off. I'm sure the guards saw them. That's for sure. I had to change my clothes in front of them. When I got there, I was wearing my blue and white, or pink and white, striped knee-high socks and some feminine clothes under. I was exploring, about becoming Brie, because I was still Brad then. They eventually put me in male general population. But when I first got there, before the nurse saw me, my blood pressure was over 200 and something. I was just crying on the floor. I'm up in the padded smock, and when I finally got up, I noticed there was a pile of semen on the floor. I don't know where that came from. But that's gross. That's disgusting. I told the nurse that. Took photos of scratches and cuts on my arm. But they didn't take photos of the bruises. They hadn't shown up yet, They never came and looked at me again. I know, Your Honor. It sucked. I missed you too. So, finally get to tell them I don't identify as male. Because the guys in the room were scary. They had tattoos on their faces, and they talked about doing meth. And one guy was there 7 times. And the first night I was there, the guy was talking a lot in his sleep or just talking. Still the kitty fluff. Look at this business. That's just love right there. I'm gonna vacuum that up. The guy screamed, "I'll cut you! I'll cut you!" So that's pretty scary. Food there was disgusting. I got Yanners all over me, but hey, what outfit isn't complete without cat fur, right? Jeebus, look at this. Look at this. Look at this fluff. We're gonna brush you, you little bitch. Jesus Christ. So, anyway. The food, the spaghetti had flies on it. I would only eat the fruit. And there's like crappy sugar-free powder drink packets, so I keep my blood sugar level decently. Well, I didn't get my medicine. Only the medical staff was pleasant. Some of the cars were quite unpleasant. And so they don't know where to put me, so they put me in solitary, a single room again. And I have emotional breakdown because I didn't want to go back there. I told them on my submission form to the transgender community I have depression, and pulled me in solitary. It makes things worse. They didn't care. Didn't care. But finally got put in the female section. So yes. And I had a beer. One of the guards really didn't like me. I know discrimination, and I can see it in your eyes, in your words, your tone, the exusion of a lack of empathy. I was just outside and it was raining. So this is what hair looks like when it gets wet. So that's a bit of awareness for you. So that's what this channel, my story. I'm going to tell my story. So I'm in the female section. They don't let me out. It's like another day and a half. And I finally get to call my mom again. It took 2 days for me to call my mom the first time. She didn't know where I was or what was going on. Nothing at all. College didn't say anything to her. Even though they met a couple times. So, finally got out, got to call my mom. And my mom has to come up with the money for bail. Because I've been on leave of absence, so my salary's been reduced. I only had enough money for rent this month. And so, we post bail, and then we have to do the civil servant escort request that I have a court order for, and it takes 6 attempts for me to get inside my home because my keys were still inside with the collar. One thing I will say is, if there was any truth to the charges, why were they still in my home? I would have left. I would have got out so fast. So I'll tell the story next time in another video about how I got inside the home. That was a whole ordeal. It was extremely frustrating. It was traumatic. And the entire time, I didn't know my fuzzy little kitty yonners, hon yonners. You're not gonna meow this once? Alright, she's being shy. Usually not. Hon yonners. Anyway, I'll tell that story. And the whole time I kept calling 911 for my court-ordered civil servant escort request that I had on a document. They weren't cooperating. I mean, some of them were great. Some of the officers were really awesome, and some were not. So I had filed a complaint with the police station. And then a sergeant came, and he was awesome. He was so nice. He helped me that day. He's a good police officer. Sergeant. Yeah, Your Honors. Let's say bye one more time. Anyway, if you're going to stick around, I'm going to tell you a story about my transition, and you're going to watch it live. And yeah, this is gonna be quite an adventure on Jonas. Say goodbye. Love you, baby. Talk soon.